For the back forever, entertainment purpose only, i rettili.
People. But now, with cameras watching their every move, they can't hide anymore. These are the most shocking reptilian sightings ever.
Earlier this month, unfortunately, we weren't able to reach the school district for comment.
In 2008, a Fox News anchor's broadcast took a very strange turn. While Michael Brownlee was reporting from Palmdale, California, his skin started to change, slowly forming
Vedi che non puoi metterlo in HD anche se vuoi, fra.
strange patterns. It seemed like strange scales had appeared mysteriously across
Cioè, fra, sembra che delle scaglie gli si sono apparse e la telecamera ha iniziato a glitchare, fra.
his face. What made it even stranger was that he didn't seem to notice any of it, as if he was a reptilian humanoid and his real identity was slipping out, right there on live TV. It wasn't just time either. The same thing seemed to have happened on multiple occasions. So, was that reporter really a reptilian?
Was also arrested here back on September 18th. Now keep in mind, this is the family story, their account of what they see happened here on campus earlier this month.
Selena Gomez.
Questo è crazy. Questo, raga, è crazy. Questo è il più crazy che esista nella vita, fra. Questo mi inquieta a me.
Slip.
Questo è crazy. Guardate il piede, raga.
After watching this video, you'll start wondering if stars from the music industry are even human. During the Screen Actors Guild Awards,
Oh, ma che cazzo dici, fra? Ma cosa fa il piede?
if stars from the music industry are even human. During the Screen Actors Guild Awards in 2022, Selena Gomez tripped. But it wasn't an ordinary misstep. You'll notice that her leg bent at an odd angle. No human leg can bend that way. For a moment, it even appeared to have shapeshifted into something that looked like a tentacle. What if she wasn't
E secondo me quello che c'è da vedere qui
really human, but a shapeshifter who forgot to walk like a human when her disguise accidentally slipped? Maybe that...
Questi, fra. Questi, bravo, sembra il braccio di Harry Potter, mi fa straridere questa cosa qua. Questi, bro, quelli di fianco qui si agitano, eh.
That's why her guards had stepped in immediately. Disguise accidentally slipped. Maybe that's why her guards had stepped in immediately.
Cioè, questa, la tipa di fianco, tipo, gli fa un passo, tipo come, oh, stammi vicino, bro.
Her disguise accidentally slipped. Maybe that's why her guards had stepped in immediately to cover up the scene. Third eyelid. Here's another video that will make you question the reality of those who hold power. During an interview with Swiss radio and television, the former Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel, suddenly looked different. Her eyes got covered by what looked like a cloudy white membrane. It couldn't have been a camera glitch because the rest of her face looked perfectly normal. Only the eyes had changed. Does this remind you of that third reptile eyelid I discussed before? Could this be the same reptilian feature slipping through for a second? Teeth transformation. During a live TV show, Brazilian presenter Silvio Santos
E lo vedi? È presente quando usi i filtri o il green screen ed esci dal green screen che glitcha un po'? Ste cose sembrano quella roba lì.
shocked everyone when his teeth started to look terrifying. They appeared sharp and pointy. His teeth even seemed to change shape constantly, like they were trying to return to normal. It clearly wasn't bad oral health either, because this is what his usual smile looks like. But the strange part is, he wasn't the only one. Many other famous personalities had also been caught on camera with their teeth transforming the same way. All these videos couldn't be just a coincidence.
Però crazy, eh? E tu adesso dici, ma è IA. Come fai a saperlo, fra? È il trick finale.
Could this be a slip?
Perché se sono tutti presi male, stanno facendo fatica a nascondersi loro adesso. Perché le energie negative sono troppe fra nel mondo.
That revealed their true
Devono lavorare di più. La gente poi ha capito le cose.
identity. Reptilian TV
Cioè non sembra più il Signore degli Anelli adesso, sembra...
presenter. During a live program in 2016, something truly strange happened. A presenter seemed to shapeshift right there in front of everyone. Her eyes seemed to change completely. Her irises turned a glowing yellow, and her pupils became narrow slits, just like a reptilian. It only lasted for a brief moment, but it was hard to miss. And did you see how she turned her face to the side right then? It was almost like she felt her mask slipping and tried to hide it. But even with that quick move, the camera still caught everything. Creepy behavior. In 2016, when Hillary Clinton was being interviewed by NBC News, something very strange happened. During the conversation, she suddenly began shaking her head in a bizarre way, almost like she had forgotten how to act normal. The reporter who was interviewing her, Monica Alba, laughed it off at the time. But as usual, when famous people act like this, viewers quickly jump to conclusions. And that's exactly what happened here. They started calling her a humanoid pretending to be human. And at that moment, her act seemed to slip for just a brief second.
In every way, and I was very proud to have
Did you talk about vice presidential possibilities with Senator Warren?
Lì però secondo me è più una questione tipo, non so, sai tutti quei complotti dei politici che dicono che no, sono tutti ipnotizzati per dire le cose. Lì è proprio sembrava che, cioè lei era concentratissima e ste due qua hanno iniziato a fare... Si è buggata, bro. È uscita dal trip.
A brief second.
in every way.
Guarda.
I was very proud to have
Hai capito? Si è buggata fra qua. Non è una questione... Si è buggata. È uscita dal trip. Perché loro gli hanno tipo urlato di fianco.
Alien Elon Musk.
Crazy.
During the presidential inauguration,
Non ce n'è uno che non sembra strafatto, è vero?
Elon Musk started behaving unusually. His eyes didn't look normal, and his neck was twitching in a strange way. The way his eyes quivered uncontrollably. It almost seemed as if Elon had forgotten how to act like a human. But even apart from that, Elon Musk had been caught many times acting oddly, especially when he thought no one was watching. After all his strange behaviors, wild theories started spreading fast. Now, people keep saying that maybe he wasn't a human, but an alien. They think the reason he launched so many satellites was that he could be sending signals to his own kind.
When I watch you doing all these things, I'm like, how does this have all this time and all this energy and all these ideas, and then people just let him do these things?
Because I'm an alien.
That's what I've speculated.
Yes.
Reptile eyes.
Oh, poi fra Joe Rogan non è mai così l'inquadratura. Con Elon Musk, guarda fra il pendolo che fa così, bro. Tu te lo guardi per 3 ore, mentre Elon Musk dice le cazzate che dice mentre guarda quel video qui. E let's go. Infatti quel video qui non l'ho mai voluto guardare. Pezzo di merda infame.
Yes.
Reptile eyes.
That it's a one-shot vaccine with
There has always been a lot of doubt around vaccines. People just didn't trust them. And when viewers saw this video of Dr. Monsef Slaoui, a
Non lo so,
well-known vaccinologist,
Non l'ho
this
mai fatto il
mistrust
DJ.
grew stronger. During one of his interviews, his eyes shifted in a way that didn't seem human at all. It looked like he had translucent third eyelids that reptiles have.
Loro sono così, le lucertole, cambiano, tipo come se mettono su una lente per vedere al buio.
Which is also called a nictitating membrane. The moment was brief, but impossible to ignore. It made viewers wonder if he was one of those reptilian figures said to take up powerful positions, and was using vaccines as...
È bellissimo, quella roba qua è troppo bella, fra. È troppo affascinante. Cioè, perché tu dici, cazzo, ma noi abbiamo tutta la tecnologia, potremmo sapere tutto, ci facciamo queste domande qui come se siamo nel Medioevo, fra.
a clever way to influence and control humans.
Io credo in Dio. Allah. For the bag forever.
It's a one-shot vaccine with very fast efficacy achieved and 100% compliance, so to speak.
Elongated hands.
Questa qua. Ne ho visto uno su Michael Jordan, raga, che davvero bro. Ci sono degli highlights di Michael Jordan che lui sembra che allunga le gambe o le braccia, fra. Ti giuro, crazy. Questo è crazy. Questo un po' mi fa impressione.
Here's a video that left fans completely unsettled.
E vedi che le cose le vedi sempre quando la telecamera è marcia, è sgranata la roba.
Cynthia Erivo was singing live at the Philadelphia Orchestra when viewers noticed something strange about her hands. Look closely. They appeared unusually large. Even though she always had a strong, athletic build, her hands never looked this big before. In this clip, her fingers seemed to stretch unnaturally long, almost as if they were morphing in real time. It looked like the physical ability of a shapeshifter changing form, and maybe in that moment of high excitement, she lost control of her disguise. Could that be what really happened on that stage that night?
Ci sono anche delle teorie complottiste sulle mani delle persone famose. Teorie mega crazy. No, fra, stai calmo con quel messaggio.
Strange
Questo è crazy, questo.
politician. A video of a French politician has been making everyone uneasy, and viewers are still debating if it was real or not. As he was talking, the camera caught something no one could have imagined. His tongue suddenly flicked out, but it didn't look human at all. It was sharp and thin, more like a lizard's tongue. The creepiest part was how fast it moved, just like how
Esatto.
reptiles flick their tongues in a flash. The moment was so brief that no other clips exist to confirm it.
Ich freue mich besonders auch auf Ursula Lehr.
Reptilian control. The video
Questa fa impressione, però,
you're about to watch will raise more questions than answers. It shows politician Stacy Plask giving a speech. Then her tongue
Io dico che non deve... Cioè, ovviamente il segreto è non credere a queste cose qua. Cioè, come quelli che credono a tutto quello che il governo, un programma in TV ti dice. Il segreto è che non devi credere a ste cazzate qui, perché devi prenderlo come no, un momento divertente, come quando sei a casa con i tuoi amici e guardi il Grande Fratello per prendere in giro i concorrenti e dire cazzo, ma io sta roba qua non la direi mai, e ti metti lì e ridi. Basta, quello è il segreto, fra, è stare tranquillo, perché poi se ci pensi tanto non va bene,
suddenly slipped. At first it looked like a mistake, but after watching the rest of the video, things got even creepier. A strange woman who was present there seemed to move her lips in perfect sync with Stacy's words, like she was the one controlling her. It seemed like the woman was a reptilian entity, and Stacy was just the
Poi hanno tutti quegli occhi lì mega azzurrissimi, quasi verdi, e che non lo so chi è che l'ha creata la teoria, ma gira, quella teoria qui è una teoria che gira da 3000 anni, raga, cioè nel senso Adamo ed Eva, chi è che gli ha dato la mela? Tutte le divinità indiane come sono, fra? Ma che film? Chi è che ha dato la mela a Adamo ed Eva? Chi è che gli ha detto gli attentati? Il primo peccato, fra. E quella è la vibe. Serpente non è mica un rettile? Pam 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 pam.
vessel, because no matter how much we try to ignore it, that timing was far too perfect to be.
Tutte le divinità cattive indiane sono dei serpenti. Tutte. Tutte. E li chiamano Naga. È il simbolo dell'Inter. Alessandro, sei mio fratello. È il simbolo dell'Inter. Scherzi a parte. Dico solo che è un simbolo che è tra l'altro il simbolo del, come si chiama? La compagnia quella, no, che gestisce tutte le cure nel mondo, no? L'health care. Non è mica un bastone con il serpente che si aggroviglia, fra. E chi è che usava il termine?
Be a coincidence. News reporter transformation. Everyone on the internet is talking about this creepy video of a news reporter. In 2019, during his broadcast, his features suddenly shifted in a very creepy way. Look at his face carefully. His eyes looked like the thin membrane that covers the eyes of crocodiles. The creepiest part was that just a few days later, the recorded broadcast disappeared from everywhere on the internet. But someone had managed to capture the moment on their phone and shared it online. Do you think it was just a glitch, or was he hiding another identity that slipped on camera? Exile.
Questo è assurdo.
Man. In Florida, a TikToker approached a street worker who looked very unusual. His eyes were pale and cloudy, and his teeth were long and sharp. Out of curiosity, the TikToker asked if he had some kind of deformity, but instead, the man said something terrifying. He claimed he was exiled from a land beyond the ice wall, and that our realm was a prison for
La barriera fra crazy.
him. The TikToker ended the talk quickly and posted the video the next day. His viewers started connecting his words to those theories about a secret land beyond the ice walls. Although there's no proof of such land, this man's words still made everyone uneasy. Joe Kernan hiss. During a live episode of Squawk
Questo è il più crazy che esista, secondo me.
Box, Joe Kernan was having a heated discussion with a guest when something very strange happened. In the middle of it, he suddenly hissed at him like a snake.
We can't buy one of theirs. Open up the market. Quid pro quo, Clarice.
We have.
What?
Snake.
We can't buy one of theirs. Open up the market. Quid pro quo, Clarice.
We have.
At that moment, everyone on the set brushed it off. But viewers were not so quick to forget. They believed that when his emotions peaked, he lost control for a split second.
Ma Voldemort, bro. Un serpeverde. Cioè, lui si è talmente agitato che non è riuscito a controllare quella roba lì. È come quando, non so, una persona si agita e ti tira un pugno in faccia e poi però torna in sé, no? Sei sopra la mia cam, scusami.
And his true identity as a reptilian slipped out. They said that his was not just anger, it was a reptilian instinct. Dark was not, and his true identity as a reptilian slipped out. They said that his was not just
Bellissimo.
anger, it was a reptilian.
Gli ha issato, fra gli ha fatto crazy. Cioè gli ha fatto quello lì che quando che fa Harry Potter.
Instinct. Dark truth.
Questo è crazy.
The truth might be slipping
Quando lo fanno vedere tutto, non so perché, ma chi l'ha visto, questo è crazy.
out, or maybe they are not able to hide it anymore. During a live TV speech, the former president of Brazil, Michel
No, non puoi farli così sul momento, quelle robe lì, bro. Devi impegnarti per fare quelle robe lì, allus. No, chill.
Temer suddenly started to change. His voice turned deep and terrifying, and his face began to shift. His lip curled into an evil grin, almost like he couldn't control it. Soon, this moment became viral, and viewers started wondering if the camera had revealed his hidden identity. Could it be that he wasn't exactly human, but a reptilian in disguise? It is believed that reptilians live among us, and maybe this time, the camera finally exposed it.
Sì, fra, se la telecamera fa qualcosa, loro quando bevono l'acqua ha delle frequenze, noi siamo fatti d'acqua, bro, l'acqua è vita, vanno in menata loro con l'acqua.
Kenneth Copeland possession.
Yes, like Moses of old. There's
Anche sti predicatori in America che fanno ste cose dove scammano i soldi a tutti, io non so come fanno ad andargli dietro, cioè è veramente assurdo. Assurdo.
Kenneth Copeland is well known as a preacher, but lately people have grown uneasy watching him. His behavior has been getting stranger and more terrifying each day. Watch this, and you'll see why it's leaving viewers disturbed. In several clips, his expressions turn terrifying, his laughter unsettling, and his voice too deep. As more of these videos appeared, people began to think he might be possessed by a satanic entity, or maybe even a reptilian. And at those moments, it looked as if that hidden
Sono la stessa roba, fra. Nella Bibbia il diavolo non è mica il drago, rappresentato come sono la stessa roba, fra. Loro vogliono farti credere che non sono una leggendina del cazzo, invece la scienza ti dice che ci sono altre forme di vita. È lo stesso concept.
Inside had become harder and harder
È Imu che gioca con noi, fra.
for him to conceal.
Standing in the office of the prophet of God, I execute judgment on you, COVID-19. I execute judgment on you, Satan, you destroyer.
Astaghfirullah, fra. Sto guardando.
You get out, we break your power, you get off this nation. I demand judgment on you. I demand.
No, è cosa dice questo di fianco a lui, fra. Non è colui. Cosa dice questo, fra? Questo? Che cazzo sta parlando? Cosa sta bisbigliando questo qui? Non è tanto questo qui. È questo qui. Cosa dici, bro?
Shapeshifter of France.
Shapeshifter
This
della
footage of
Francia.
Emmanuel Macron left people stunned. His teeth looked completely different from how they usually appeared. Look at this clip. Do you notice how sharp they look? It almost seemed like they had changed their shape right in front of the camera. Here they looked far from his usual teeth, which look like this. The difference was too strange to ignore, and when compared side by side, it looked like he was shapeshifting, and his teeth revealed his identity. So was this just a case of digital manipulation, or could it be that these world leaders are shapeshifters hiding in plain sight? Reptilian sighting.
Oh, questo è assurdo.
This unsettling video is spreading quickly across the internet. During a live interview with Kamala Harris, something strange happened to the man right behind her. Watch carefully. His eyes shifted in the most terrifying way. They turned completely blank, and for a second, they even seemed to grow larger. No one on set seemed to
Perché si agitano, secondo me. Cioè, magari c'è del casino, un qualcosa interferisce con le cose, si buggano per mezzo secondo, fra.
notice it at that moment, but the camera didn't miss it. The whole thing was caught on live TV, and once people spotted it, the clip started going viral as people started calling him a
Ma anche farli vedere, secondo me, fa parte di tutta quella roba qui. Cioè, nel senso che tu... Cioè, sarà anche... Cioè, non lo so, chissà cos'è, è una roba divertente da vedere, però.
reptilian in disguise.
Quando ti arrabbi il sangue si riscalda e loro sono sangue freddo. Oh, va.
Bob Corker transformation. For years, people have talked about reptilians living among us, trying to blend in with humans. But no matter how much they try to hide, small details always give them away. That's exactly what might have happened to Bob Corker during his speech at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. As he spoke on stage, his eyes changed completely. His pupils turned into narrow slits, just like a reptilian, and stayed that way for a while. When the clip became viral, people started saying that he must be a reptilian in disguise, whose mask had slipped off right on camera.
Vedi che loro stanno sempre facendo dei discorsi, sono mega concitati. Cioè ci sta che in un momento, fra, perdi la concentrazione. Questo è niente di che, fra. Mi interessa.
This video will freak you out. It happened during the American show Antiques Roadshow. While host Mark Lewis Wahlberg was presenting, the man behind him acted in the most unsettling way. He stared straight at the camera without blinking once. That's not even the scariest part, because his eyes looked lizard-like, with a strange sparkle and vertical pupils. After the show aired, people tried to find out who he was, but nothing came up. And not long after, this entire segment disappeared from the internet, like someone had tried to erase this footage. Warped.
Questo cioè, fa straridere perché dici dai, è IA, però non lo sai.
Skin. In the following video, Joe Biden was giving a regular speech. It seemed like a normal moment until viewers noticed something strange later. When he raised his hand, the small area of skin visible from his sleeve looked oddly warped. It appeared only for a brief moment, but it was enough to catch people's attention. The texture seemed to shift unnaturally, almost as if it was not real skin at all.
Vedi che poi cambia come se nel momento gli mettono il filtro, fra.
That moment sparked wild theories online. People began saying he was a shapeshifter who had taken over the real Biden Katy Perry glitch.
Vabbè, questo è
The
lei
link
che
and
si
just
guarda così,
began to
non me
keep
ne
up.
frega niente.
The American journalist Shannon Noel Bream was in the middle of her evening broadcast when something truly unbelievable happened. When she blinked, her eyes seemed to change completely. They turned from human to something terrifying. Look at this moment again. The color and shape seemed to warp. The clip spread across the internet within hours. Some viewers believed it was just a technical glitch, but many others were convinced that this brief moment revealed something much darker.
Bro, ma non ha mica fatto lo studio e hanno detto che più del, non mi ricordo che percentuale della popolazione non ha un monologo interno. Cioè, quindi quando vai in giro, cioè, è come nei giochi. Cioè, entri nel negozio a Skyrim e c'è sempre il personaggio così. Sempre. Gli NPC. Cioè, e sono tanti. Cioè, che non parlano dentro di sé, non si fanno dei dubbi. Vivono. Cioè, si alzano. È così, fra. Tu non ti fai le domande in testa, cioè, che parli un po' da solo mentre fai le cose. No, che hai un monologo interno, ti chiedi delle cose. No, ovvio che stanno meglio di noi, stanno meglio di tutti, fra. Cioè, noi, Franco, cioè, non so neanche io come spiegarla una roba. Come fai a spiegare gente che non ha un monologo interno? Cioè, non hai... Ragazzi del chill, fra. Non presi male. Crazy, ti giuro crazy.
Because those didn't look like ordinary eyes at all. Reptilian man. Look behind this man carefully, because something really strange was going on. As a football coach gave his interview after the match, the man standing behind him suddenly took all the attention. Look closely to see why. His pupil looked nothing like a normal human's. It was vertical in shape, and his iris seemed unusually light too. If this was just a camera glitch, the coach's eyes would have looked odd as well, but they didn't. So could it mean that a reptilian was standing right there during the match? Creepy eyes.
Questa è crazy.
Is Jennifer Aniston a
No,
shapeshifter too?
A me non mi si vedono neanche le pupille, fra. Cioè, sono tipo proprio nero. Cioè, tutto nero. Guarda. Non so come fare a vederlo. Vorrei vedermi anche io. Tutto nero, marrone scurissimo.
You'll be asking yourself the same question after seeing this video. While she was on stage during a show, her eyes didn't close the way they should have. Even after blinking, they stayed partly visible, like a thin
Fra, ma che cazzo dici? Questo è crazy.
the
Questo
way
è
they
crazy.
should have.
Questo è
Even
crazy.
after blinking, they stayed partly visible, like a
Dai, oh.
thin
Si è sciolta fra la tipa in diretta.
translucent layer had passed over them. It looked just like the third eyelid that some reptiles have.
Però è così. Ti giuro crazy. Con delle luci strane magari li triggerano. I flash, le foto. Bro, i Men in Black cosa ti fanno per...
Brief second, it seemed she had accidentally closed that third lid instead of her real one. Do you think that's what really happened, or could there be another possible explanation as well? Frozen in time.
Sì, questa qua della
During a
pizza.
game of the NBA Finals in 2018, something strange happened with Jaylen Rose. In the middle of the broadcast, he suddenly became completely still. And no, it wasn't like how people usually zone out when they're lost in thought. This was different. It seemed like his entire body had frozen in time, almost
Io sono un rettiliano.
statue-like. It isn't even possible for humans to be that still for so long. What made it even creepier was his guard standing beside him,
Sì, una statua di cera, tipo.
touching his face gently, as if preparing him to look more human in front of everyone else. Power exchange. If there was a cross-influence over everyone, because he might not be human. What if this was the same case here, and the reason the Pope bowed was because the Rothschilds were something else? Humanoid reveal.
Sono matti questi. Io non ci credo a quel video qui.
Revealed.
Well, in Washington, a scary moment for Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell during a press conference. Shortly after addressing the gathered press yesterday, Senator McConnell suddenly stopped talking. McConnell didn't move or speak for about 20 seconds.
During a press conference, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell was addressing the media. Suddenly, in the middle of his speech, he stopped talking. He didn't move or speak for several seconds. Even everyone around him was creeped out by his sudden change in behavior, which is why another senator quickly walked up and escorted him away. What do you think happened here? Do you think this moment revealed a hidden identity? Maybe he wasn't human, but a humanoid who was taught to act and behave like a human in front of people.
No, questo non mi interessa. No, Tupac
Recently,
no.
people started coming
Tupac no. Tupac no. Bro, Tupac no.
up with strange theories about Tupac Shakur, saying he wasn't what everyone thought he was. It all began when fans compared his old photos and videos and noticed something odd. His features looked different. His teeth looked more crooked in some clips, and even his tongue seemed strange. What confused people most was that his teeth in childhood looked fine. The crooked ones appeared much later. So if they changed that way over time, then what?
Bro, what the fuck?
What really happened to him? Some people now believe the real Tupac was replaced by a shapeshifter long before the incident that was believed to have taken his life. Shape-shifting eyes.
Can really affect the neurotransmitters in our brain. And whenever we do certain drugs, it can connect half a thought with another half a thought, so it can get pretty confusing.
The following footage from Dr. Phil's show has gone viral. Take a look. While talking, Orlando Brown's eyelids suddenly grew heavy. It looked like he was struggling to keep his eyes open, but then the camera caught something even stranger. His irises turned yellowish green and his pupils changed shape. You might think he was wearing contacts, but contacts do not look that uneven or warped. For years, people said Orlando had mental health issues. But what if it wasn't that at all? What if he was simply something different and was caught shape-shifting on camera?
And what's the 2-year-old's name?
2-year-old, still in the belly. Still in the belly, we don't know yet.
Okay. And what's the 5-year-old's name?
That's Mason.
No, la teoria di tutti i complottisti è tu inizi a diventare un po' famoso. Firmi i contratti. Al momento della firma del contratto fai i rituali di Puff Daddy, no? In quel momento lì la teoria dice che tu non sei più tu e sei impossessato, no? C'è chi dice che ci sono gli alieni, c'è chi dice che c'è qualcuno sottoterra, c'è chi dice che invece ci sono i demoni. Cioè, tu non sei più tu. Così, fra. That's the contract.
And the 11-year-old?
Charlotte.
Okay. Can I show you something?
Yeah.
Sì, con Amazon stai bene, fra.
Royal disguise.
Ah,
According to many
saperlo.
conspiracy theorists, reptilians have been trying to infiltrate positions of high power, and now, thanks to cameras, their
Che mano è quella lì? Ma cosa stai dicendo? Cosa stai dicendo?
infiltration can no longer stay hidden. This theory grew even stronger when something strange happened during a meeting between Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and King Salman of Saudi Arabia.
Io, raga, adesso lo cerco, se lo trovo lo vediamo il video dell'attacco alieno a Miami, fra.
The king's hand began to elongate unnaturally. It's not normal for human hands to stretch like that. And if you think it was just a camera glitch, look again, because everything else in the video appeared perfectly normal. So, could he really be one of them? Soul scalping.
Soul scalping, credo.
In this strange video, Queen Elizabeth was seen with one completely black eye. Viewers were unsettled by the mark, but for those who knew the theory of soul scalping, it made sense to them in the most terrifying way. The theory claimed that reptilians were trying to gain power over humans, slowly taking control of their bodies and minds to use them as vessels. The black eye was believed to be the sign of that takeover. The theory grew stronger when more famous figures appeared with black eyes. leading to talk of a cult called the Black Eye Club. According to believers, they had to go through a secret ritual first, which darkened their eye. And once it
Sì, la roba dell'occhio scuro sembra che sia tipo una roba che devono fare tutti a un certo punto, farsi vedere con sto occhio come se t'han picchiato.
was complete, the reptilian presence could fully control them.
Quella teoria lì non l'ho mai capita però com'è che funziona.
Live TV transformation.
Questa.
This clip from CNN has become one of the most searched moments on the internet. No one really knows which broadcast it came from, but what happened in it was hard to ignore. As the woman looked straight into the camera, her eyes suddenly changed. It didn't look like a glitch at all. The transformation was clear. Her eyes seemed to glow, and her irises turned into vertical lines, like a reptile. Then, just as she blinked, her eyes went back to normal. In many theories, it's said that when they use humans as vessels, their features start to turn reptilian as well. Do you think that was the moment when reptilians took control of her body? Street entities. You won't believe what this CCTV captured. Two men in New York were walking down the street. At first, it looked like they were just two regular people.
Ma cosa stai dicendo, dai? Però vedi, adesso è IA. Cioè, sembra tutto, no? È in Stranger Things. Mica ci sono il sottosopra, l'altro regno e il velo fra. Adesso è meno forte. Esatto.
Taking a walk, but after zooming in, something seemed.
E nelle telecamere è ancora più difficile. Se la telecamera glitcha, per me ci sta che quel velo lì, allegedly, ma hai capito scherzando, non riesce più a nascondere la tua energia. Quindi, cioè, se tu vuoi nasconderti, metti che davvero esistono quegli shapeshifter lì, no? Cazzo, secondo me serve tanto, cioè è come se diventi Super Saiyan, è come Goku e Gon che diventano contro Cell, che diventano Super Saiyan sempre. Cazzo, serve un allenamento serio, e magari la prima cosa che succede va in menata.
Seemed very off. Their faces looked really odd. The ears
Ma non lo so come reagisco se ne vedo uno dal vivo, probabilmente se lo vedo è l'ultima cosa che vedo.
Were strange, and their eyes looked distorted, almost like they weren't from this world. You might argue that if they really weren't human.
Cioè, perché, tipo, la teoria è, loro non è che se tu li vedi così. In telecamera succedono robe strane perché la telecamera è menate. O magari sono dei cosplayer, esatto.
Then why were they walking so openly? But if you look closely, the street was completely empty at that time. Maybe they could shapeshift. And since no one was around to see them, they let their real forms slip for a moment, not realizing a camera was recording everything. Political infiltration. A short video of Joe Biden recently caught everyone's attention. He suddenly became very still. His eyes went and Princess Beatrice was truly strange, and it's easy to see why. Her expressions looked off from the
Bro, come fai a non con tutti quei flash lì a stare chill?
start. Her eyes looked too wide, and her face was fixed in one eerie
Come fai?
expression. Even the way her eyeballs moved didn't seem natural. Her strange behavior made everything think that she wasn't really human because her
Cioè, quelli famosi si mettono gli occhiali apposta per questa cosa qua.
Her expressions have often seemed off. After all, many theories claim the royal families are shape-shifting humanoids that have come from another planet.
Beh, la famiglia giapponese, loro hanno un libro, cioè loro nel loro libro di discendenza claimano che loro sono una discendenza di rettili che vengono dal cielo. Cioè, facts di adesso, cioè vai adesso dagli imperatori, la famiglia reale giapponese ed è quella la loro lore, raga. Ma non è lore, cioè è così. Bellissimo.
Which could explain how they have held such power for so long. Reptilian wife.
Reptilian wife è crazy.
A man named Lee Ying shared this strange video of his wife on Instagram. He thought it would be fun to record her because of the face mask she had applied, but the camera captured something unexpected. Suddenly, she turned her head and flicked out an unnaturally long tongue, just like a lizard. Watch this shocking moment again. After seeing the video, viewers said she might be a reptilian in disguise. But Lee Ying said he'd been living with her for 10 years and nothing like this had ever happened before. So he didn't know what to believe. Forked tongue. Take a look at this really shocking video. As this news reporter was delivering his report, suddenly he turned. This had ever happened before. So he did.
Dai, questo non è vero, fra.
Take a look at this really shocking video. As this news reporter was delivering his report, suddenly he turned his head to the other side as if trying to hide something. You might not notice it at first.
Oh, la lingua, fra.
Because it happened so fast, but in the slowed down version, you can clearly see what had really happened. While talking, a forked reptilian tongue seemed to slip out of his mouth. After that broadcast, no other clips of him ever appeared again, as if he was trying to keep a low profile after this incident.
Questa è la roba più crazy che abbia mai visto nella mia vita. La più crazy, fra.
Reptilian Hillary.
Questa è la più crazy, bro.
Now, this video from 2016 is even stranger than the previous one. Hillary Clinton was seen coughing during an event, but when she started drinking water, something unbelievable happened. A strange green substance seemed...
Oh, e lei non ha bevuto l'acqua, non ha bevuto, lei ha preso il bicchiere per sputare qualcosa che aveva in bocca, ma che cazzo dici?
Water, something unbelievable happened. A strange green substance seemed to come out of her throat. Viewers focused on the odd substance and were convinced this was not something normal. They thought it looked like venom, and that she was something reptilian was hiding beneath her skin. So could this video...
Vedi, fra, lei ha toccato con l'acqua la lingua e let's go, non l'ha bevuta, fra.
...be proof of those claims?
Doveva sboccare non sapere dove. Ci sta.
Reptilian mind control.
Vabbè, lei è il capo di quella setta lì, fra. Questo è il capo proprio.
This might be one of Katy...
Lei e Beyoncé, una delle due.
Katy Perry's strangest on-stage moments. In the middle of her concert, she...
Beyoncé è tutto satanico. Cioè, tutto quello che lei fa è tutto, raga. A parte che non solo Beyoncé, cioè nel senso... Tutti. Cioè, tutti devono fare ste cose qui. Vai a sapere tu il perché.
She suddenly froze. Her eye began twitching in a strange, robotic way. At that time, fans thought it was part of the act, but the way she struggled to fix her eye looked too strange. When the clip went viral, conspiracy theorists jumped on it, calling it a sign of mind control. They linked it to the idea that reptilian beings secretly control famous figures. And this moment might have been when that control...
Dicono che 50 Cent sta facendo 2 documentari ancora, fra. Lì, perché anche 50 Cent è uno di quelli lì. Cioè, gli danno il permesso di spalare merda a loro. Cioè, devi entrare prima nel circolo. Così, tu entri nel circolo. Ti danno il permesso di rompere i coglioni a un altro del circolo, così ci sei tu e sei il nuovo, fra. Cioè, mica ti fanno... dicono che ne fa uno di LeBron e uno sulle Kardashian.
Started to slip, causing the strange glitch on stage. Strange guard. The following video of Obama giving a speech looked normal at first, but later people noticed a very strange man standing in front of the stage. He was part of the security team, and his movements looked far too jerky.
Bro, le Kardashian sono figlie dell'avvocato miglior amico di O.J. Simpson. Cioè, loro sono nate e diventate famose per quel caso lì, tutta quella famiglia lì. Suo papà era il suo miglior amico, è lui che ha messo sul Dream Team e ha scagionato O.J. Simpson. Cioè, la roba era crazy. O.J. Simpson al tempo è il P. Diddy. Cioè, era l'atleta più famoso che avevano era in tutti i film, in tutte le pubblicità, in tutte le robe, e un giorno è saltata fuori sta cosa qua. Succede sempre così, fra. Sempre. Vai tu a sapere il perché. Non si firmano i contratti. Let's go.
His head kept flicking side to side in sharp, repetitive motions, almost like an animal scanning its surroundings. Even his facial features also looked unusually sharp, almost inhuman. It raised the question that what if, in order to protect someone so powerful, they used beings that weren't.
Ma anche Amazon come nome, secondo me, non è casuale. Amazzoni, Amazzonia. Chissà cosa cazzo vuol dire quel nome lì, perché tutti vanno in menata per Amazon.
Human. Maybe that reptilian figure was placed there to sense things we couldn't. Now it's time for the most shocking reptilian caught on camera.
Shocking. Più di Hillary Clinton non c'è niente per me.
As you've seen before, most of these strange clips always seem to involve those with the most power over. And this time, it's none other than Donald Trump. During an event, his eyes seemed to shift. The lens changed completely as he blinked, almost like it morphed in real time. But it didn't stop there. On another day, his entire face appeared to shift for a brief second before snapping back to normal. The next one is even more.
Crazy, a me non è mai successo di glitchare così in telecamera. Crazy, fra. Crazy.